Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here. So yesterday we were talking about a card called Stardust Warrior. It is a new synchro that's coming out in the Synchron Extreme Structure deck that's going to be released in December in the OCG, and it's kind of like a throwback around, it's based around like the 5Ds area. It has like quick draw and a whole bunch of like, you know, new synchros and synchron type cards. And I'm just going to be honest, the card was looking like a motherfucking behemoth. Like, it was looking like maybe a top 3, easily a top 5 synchro of all time. It just, I didn't really see any downsides in the card. It was incredible from every single angle. And even as I kind of did my semi-review on the card yesterday, I was just thinking to myself, like, this is too good to be true. Like, it's a 3000 beater with 2 very good effects that are going to be always relevant in the meta game. And anytime that it leaves the field because of battle or your opponent's card effect, which is, again, Ice Hand, Fire Hand, it's always going to summon another copy of itself for free, and it never misses timing unless, you know, it's not going to summon another copy of itself once you get to the 3rd copy. But at that point, your opponent done wasted so many cards, it's like, does it even matter? And I'm just like, that's too damn good. You cannot have 3000 attack floating synchros out there. I mean, Reborn Tengu was one thing, but this would just be, it would be nearly fucking impossible to take down 3 of these guys in, like, you know, a span of like 1 or 2 turns, unless you have like Dark Arm or Judgment Dragon, in which you can just keep popping stuff every, you know, like pop, 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 using a tangible resource such as life points or dark cards in graveyard. And it turns out that basically I was right. You know, sometimes when things seem too good to be true, turns out they are. It was a slight mistranslation, and instead of Stardust Warrior being able to summon any synchro that has Warrior in the name, now it has to summon any synchro that has Warrior in the name as long as that monster is level 8 or lower. So obviously you can no longer super float 3 copies of itself because it's level 10, so it can't get itself. And I mean, you can still get Road Warrior or Nitro Warrior, which are both huge ass beaters in themselves. I think, you know, 28 and like 3000 attacks, so those are still really good options there. But the card yesterday that we were talking about would have been able to do that already anyway, so it really doesn't change anything as far as the potential upside of the card. It just looks like now, you know, it goes from a card that I would say could have easily been like format defining, a card that I would have probably built an entire deck around, because if you can make Shooting Star Dragon, you can make this card. I don't think anybody out there is thinking Shooting Star Dragon is like insanely difficult to make. It just isn't. If we're making Quasar with 2 cards, I'm sure people can figure out a way to make Shooting Star Dragon. Now this card is just, it's a pretty good synchro. I mean, the whole launch itself effect to negate special summons is going to be good. And when it leaves the field, I get myself a free copy of Road Warrior, which is good too because Road Warrior can technically float. But now it's a card where, you know, I'll never need more than 1 copy of it probably, and I could see it only really being ran in like maybe plant decks or, you know, like obviously Synchron type decks. I mean, I just think that it was fun while it lasted. The card was going to be insane. People were probably going to be complaining about it if cards like Soul Charge were still unlimited, or cards like Soul Charge were still in the game at the time. And, you know, I had a couple people telling me, you know, like Vanity's Emptiness kills this card. I mean, yeah, okay, I get that, but like Vanity's Emptiness is probably your only legitimate outside of Solemn Warning that you're main decking to this card. It would have been a legitimate problem for pretty much every deck in the format outside of like Kaliports, which have like Killer or something like that. So I felt like this information needed to get out, kind of kill the hype train on the card, because it's not nearly the card that we thought it was going to be. Let me know what you guys think of the card. It's still very playable. It's just not going to be a card that's like, oh my god, broken, because the card yesterday, they would have had to fucking limit that card. It was too good. So thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribing makes life happy.